let me just say something. Hold up for a second. Hold up for a second. Let me just say something. Let me just say something. He even called for termination of the United States Supreme, the supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution.
Yes, I don't know if you notice something on this clip. That is a fraudulent slip. Democrats are bent in terminating Scruto. She can't even keep her life straight. When I saw this video, it reminded me of Biden.
A recent addition to the Harris campaign is raising allegations of a conflict of interest concerning the administration's lawsuit against Google. The lead attorney is helping the vice president prepare for her debate next month with former President Donald Trump. What's this all about? We have to ask David Spund. He's live at the Justice Department. Hi, David.
Hi, Dana. It is an interesting story, and the vice president has made it clear she's not a fan of large monopolies and what those monopolies do to the consumer. But as you mentioned, we are hearing that she has employed the lead attorney who's representing Google in a massive lawsuit against the United States. Her name is Karen Dunn. She's a respected attorney in Washington, D.C. She worked for the Obama administration and has handled many high-profile cases. In fact, she helped prepare then Senator Harris in 2020 for her debate against then VP Mike Pence. Now the New York Times, Bloomberg, and Washington Post all report she's back helping the Harris campaign. One former DOJ official said to think of it this way: Kamala Harris is against monopolies, yet she's taking debate advice from the lead attorney for one of the largest in the country, Google. Here's the head of an agency that tracks ethics issues on both sides of the aisle. Watch.
It's problematic that Karen Dunn has the ability to potentially get the next president of the country on the phone at a moment's notice, and she might also be negotiating on behalf of Google with the Justice Department in a few months.
Now, Fox News reached out to the Harris campaign about Dunn's reported debate prep gig. We did not hear back. We also reached out to Karen Dunn directly, have yet to hear back. One attorney told me the only ethics hurdle would now be for Dunn to tell Google that she was advising Harris. Google goes to trial against the U.S. in just a few weeks, presenting just another question, because that's when the debate's going to be happening. That's when the trial kicks off. It's expected, though, to last many weeks.
Yes, Democrats thought they are very intelligent. I'm glad the Trump team realized this earlier. Now I'm getting this. ABC News reject Kamala Harris last minute to change Trump debate rules will keep muted mics. When you go down the article, ABC News has declined to adopt a Vice President Kamala request to have wholly muted microphones during her September 10th debate with Trump, after days of wrangling over what Republicans view as Democratic attempt to lay a trap for the governor nominee. A network email reviewed by the Post laid out similar rules as those for Trump June 27 CNN debate against Biden, including no audience, no pre-written note or props, and muted mics when a candidate is not speaking. Kamala Harris decided to change this rule.
The debate over the debate is done. The debate is now on. 51 million people watched the first one in June, which turned into such a debacle for President Biden that he dropped out. You may have an even bigger audience for the second debate. How is Trump preparing for it?
Look, Donald Trump is a big game player. This guy rises to the occasion every single time. I remember in the 2016 campaign, the first time he ever stepped on the debate stage with all of those Republicans on there. He'd never debated, and he won the debate in overwhelming fashion. And then when he had to debate Hillary Clinton, again, had never done a one-on-one debate against someone who the media told us was the most qualified candidate to ever run for presidency. And so he beat her in those debates. And then what do we see from a man who had to debate someone who's been in elective office for half a decade, half a century, 50 plus years? He destroyed Joe Biden. And only because of Donald Trump's successful debate performance did the American people finally see the cognitive decline that most of the White House press corps has been lying to us about for the last 4 years? Kamala Harris has clearly been lying about it. So I am so confident of his success going into this debate in early September that, as you know, the Kamala Harris campaign wanted to be able to sit down so she could be on equal footing. She didn't want to have to stand at the podium. It is true. She said, I want to bring notes. She said, She said, we want to have live microphones all the time. The truth is, when we negotiated on behalf of the Trump campaign, we negotiated with the Biden-Harris campaign. And these are the same criteria that she had agreed to for the vice presidential debate. She wanted to change that because she's not confident in her ability.
Yes, they are panicking. They know exactly what they are doing. It is actually a trap, like that article quoted it. Why the change of mind at this time? Because I believe during that time with CNN, Democrats stood up like this rule should be implemented. Trump thought maybe the rule could affect him in a way, but it came out successfully to the level that, Biden is out. If not of that debate, we will still continue to talk about Biden till today.
Why was Donald Trump over the last 36 hours on his social media reposting slogans from QAnon and reposting misogynistic, sexist content about Vice President Harris?
Well, look, I don't think your viewers at home are concerned about social media posts. I think they are concerned with the news of the day. And the news of the day is that a Venezuelan illegal immigrant crime gang has taken over a hotel in rural Colorado because of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's open border policies. The news of the day is that, again, gasoline prices are 50% higher today than they were under Donald Trump.
The question about Joe Biden, the question that you pose in this, why did you conceal Joe Biden's cognitive decline from the American people? Is that the stance from the Trump campaign at this time?
Well, I'd even put a finer point on it and say, Kamala Harris, when did you know that Joe Biden was mentally shot? There is no way that Kamala Harris, who once said that Joe Biden was sharp as a tack, anyone with two eyes, or even one eye for that matter, can see that Joe Biden is not up to the task. Everybody's seen it.
Yes, this man just reminded me a few hours ago watching Trump saying, this country is not run by anyone. Look at Biden on the beach sleeping. Why China president is there? Russia, he quoted a lot of these countries. These people are not sleeping. A lot of things are happening around the world. This man feel more comfortable sleeping. He's not even at the White House right now. That is according to the video Trump posted. It is actually concerning to see how these people continue to cover this up. NBC News calling her out the way they should do.
You made press because you were on Stephen Colbert's show, and he said something like, you guys at CNN just report the news straight, and the crowd burst into laughter. That tells you a lot, doesn't it? I mean, how do you guys think you are doing in that arena of like, this is a terribly divided country?
I will never criticize them.
This is silly.
About Barack Obama when it comes to
the theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging.
What's your favorite policy of Kamala's?
her being president.
And if the place
leaving a speech from Michelle Obama that I have to say is one of the best
gun-toting
Abby, we were talking
Kamala. Trump. Damn Kamala.
Kamala Harris is in office right now and has not tried to do anything about the border, has not tried to not tax people on tips.
For some people, it's already started.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris...
They say the economy's great. Just look at the jobs numbers. Well, we did, and they disappeared.
The money in politics is so extraordinary, which is something that should have never been allowed to happen.
Much more happens at the DNC.
They had a guy yelling, "Screw the billionaire."